Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2020. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Sorry that, people aren't going to be able to take part in the festivities that are usually around. But if you're at home, you can, I don't know, make some Irish coffee or something like that. But it is what it is, and that's what we got to deal with right now. So it is. I am in Spiceland, Indiana. It is about 10:15 local time, about 40 degrees outside. We shut down just a little bit early last night. I had about an hour and 15 minutes left on my clock, but I didn't have a lot of confidence in that I was going to be able to find a stop ahead of me and where I could shut down, because there's a lot of ambiguity right now about rest stops. It seems like some states are starting to shut them down, and I think I mentioned on the video, I might have mentioned at the close of the video last night, is that's not good for truck drivers, and it's not going to be good for people once you see that there's no place to park these trucks, and we've got tons and tons and tons and tons of trucks out here trying to run the product that everybody needs. And if we don't have a place to shut down, that's not going to be good. So I'm gonna take it a little bit more careful the next few days as we're going through this, and maybe not push to make 650, 675 miles in a day, where I'm hoping that I find a place to shut down. I think I'll probably run about 550, somewhere in that neighborhood, shut down a little bit earlier than normally I would, and find a place to park. That said, my goal today is to get to Joplin, Missouri. Originally, my goal was to get to Tulsa, so I'm about an hour behind what my goal was at the start of this trip, and that all stemmed from yesterday and the problems yesterday, where I had to go back to the shipper and waste a lot of time just to find out that they didn't scan a pallet. So that it is what it is. You always hear me say that. I mean, what am I going to do about it? There's not a whole lot I can do about it as far as losing that. The good part is I still have plenty of time. I'm going to get to Grand Prairie, Texas, about a day early. Hello, little bird. It's a bird coming to visit on my mirror over here. So I'm feeling okay with that. So I'm not sweating it. It's not gonna be a big thing. Tomorrow I'll have a little bit longer run than I had planned, but that's all right. Still only gonna be about 400 miles, so I'll be all right. Like I said, we're gonna stop in Joplin, Missouri. We're gonna check that out. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop at Joplin 44. So I think they're all owned by the same company that owns Iowa 80. That's that largest truck stop on I-80 in Iowa, and we've stopped there and we filmed there. There's Penn 80, and I was at Penn 80 or next to Penn 80 just the other day. I should have stopped and checked it out. That's where I'd gotten the washout for my trailer, but I wanted to get to where I was going and get shut down, and then Joplin 44, that's off of I-44, and we're gonna stop there and check it out, see what's going on. It may be different again because of everything that's going on. For example, in the restaurant here at Flying J here in Spiceland, the Denny's is only taking takeout orders. Denny's takeout just doesn't appeal to me very much, but so luckily I had some food still. I have some food on the truck, and I'll make meals as I need to. Same thing for breakfast. The coffee thing. So one of the things that the truck stops are doing now, and I don't know about other places, but normally, I mean, truck drivers, we get these big old coffee cups, you know what I mean, and they're branded, and you take them in and you get them refilled, and you pay a smaller price for them and whatever, and what they're doing now is they don't want you to fill into your cup, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I mean, somebody can explain. You can take your cup in there, but what you have to do is you have to use a brand new cup, a brand new one of their paper cups. Fill that, and then pour it into your container. Now, I guess I could understand maybe if you were filling from like a pot, where you tilted a pot, and maybe the edge of the pot would touch your cup, and that could spread stuff or whatever. But you don't do that in these places. It's all the little, pull a little handle and it pours into there. Nothing ever touches anything else. So I don't understand that. I don't. I'm going to do what they say, but I just don't understand how that gets around that issue of germs and stuff like that, and spreading this thing. So I don't know if somebody can explain it to me. Please do in the comments below. We'll go from there. So we're gonna finish getting all set up, and we're gonna get running, and we'll see what we see today. It is a little overcast, but it is like that bright kind of overcast, so it should be a nicer little day. And we're starting a little bit earlier today. We should shut down by we'll be in Central Time by the time we get to Joplin, so by about 7 o'clock local time over there, which should be nice, just as the sun's going down. So and we should be going through St. Louis, so we're going to see if we can get a good shot of the arch coming west, because we haven't seen it going west, and we haven't seen it during the day very well. So let's see what we can do. All right, guys, we will pick you up on the road. Have a good one. Okay, everybody, good morning. As I said, we are in Spiceland, Indiana. We've got a little bit of a roll to get to Joplin, Missouri. We're gonna pick up 70 here and run out that way. We do have a fuel stop in one of our favorite places. Seems like we're always stopping there, either for fuel or overnight. And one of the funnest places to stay. We're stopping in Effingham, Illinois. So we're going to check that out and get some fuel. That's about 3 hours away, so that'll probably also be our 30-minute break. So since I don't got anybody parked over here in this space up here, instead of going all the way around, we're just going to go straight here. We cut these two spaces in the middle, and just so we can turn and follow that truck out of this parking lot. It is nice this morning. It's about 9:30 Central Time. It's 10:30 local time. We just got done. We're about 25 minutes after our 10-hour break finished up. We're getting rolling here. Not entirely under the gun as far as time-wise. And like I said, we're going to shut it down in Joplin tonight. Because that'll get us where we want to go tomorrow, and it'll get us there at a decent time. So stay with me 1 second here. Okay, so talking about stupid places to park. This guy in yellow right here is in a stupid place to park. There's no reason why he doesn't come into the parking lot. I don't know why he didn't. Other than he shut down there late last night instead of looking for a place or finding a place. but it just makes this a little bit more difficult. Somebody asked me why we swing so wide. I got that message, and the reason is because we got to worry about that trailer back there. So sometimes when I'm coming into a fuel island, like I will show you when we get to Effington, when I get it towards the fuel aisle, I'll show you how we got to approach that and why we have to approach it the way that we do. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get on the road here. We're gonna pick up I-70 right here, and okay, anyway, guys, we're gonna pick you up in a little bit. Okay, so I was in the wrong lane. Haven't stopped here in Spiceland before, so next time I'll know. But luckily, I was able to swing that and get that, so that's pretty nice here. So we're heading back down towards Indianapolis. So when sometimes you're wondering when you see like these gaps in cars here, and you see a truck and he's not trying to get out here in this gap, just count how long it takes this left turn for me to make this left turn right here and to get my entire trailer out of the way. A left turn can take you sometimes 14 to 15 seconds to get your entire truck out of the way. So because of that, we definitely at Stevens, our policy is, if you got somebody coming either direction, you're not moving. Oh, that's a nice little lake, I guess, or little place there. Looks like there may be some fishing or something there. There's a little dock or whatever. Anyway. And there's a Mr. Fuel, just so you know, if you ever decide you're going to drive a truck, Mr. Fuel is owned by Pilot Flying J as well, so you can use your points there and get points and take showers there if you got shower credits. So, all right, everybody, we are on our way to Effingham, going through Indianapolis. If I see anything really interesting, again, we'll pick it up on here. So you guys have a good one. We'll see you in a few. Everybody, so we're heading into Indianapolis right now. We are coming in from the east, which we haven't filmed that before, just to get a little bit of a different view of downtown Indianapolis. It is overcast. It is 11:13 local time, 45 degrees here in Indianapolis. It's on 70 West. That'll go a little bit around downtown. Take us back by Lucas Oil Field, or Lucas Oil Stadium. Sorry, Lucas Oil Stadium, where the Colts play. And to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure where the Motor Speedway is. I know one time driving through here when it was at night, and I was driving with my trainer Mark, and we passed signs for it, but I don't remember which highway we were on, to be honest with you. So of downtown as we take a turn a little bit towards the southwest. All right, everybody, we got to get out. We got to get moving across here. We will talk to you a little bit later. Yeah, over to the right, just so you know, there's Lucas Oil Stadium. It's got a retractable roof on that thing. It's huge. I mean, it's absolutely huge. Everything is enclosed in that, but they can't open the roof, I believe. I think it slides down on those steel girder kind of things. But again, that's the home of the Colts. And so for my brother there, who's a big Colts fan, took a picture of that. So anyway, you guys have a good one. We'll pick you back up in a little while. Hey everybody, welcome to Effingham, Illinois. Time is 12:37 Central Daylight Time. We're now in the Central Time Zone. It is 49 degrees here in Effingham. I'm going to answer a question. I had somebody send me a question about, there's a a couple times I've shown myself pulling into spaces, straight, you know, heading into spaces like a fuel island or a pull through somewhere, and they've asked because they always feel like I'm gonna hit whatever's on the right, you know, and I wanted to sort of explain this a little bit. So we got a fuel here in Effingham at the Flying J, which we spent some time doing. I'm gonna let this guy go since he's got there. So anyway, while we're waiting here, we're gonna wait for this traffic here to come by. I'm good with this. We're gonna talk a little bit about how we come into this. So one of the things that you have to understand is that, you know, my fifth wheel, and that's where my trailer meets my truck or my tractor, that fifth wheel is going to follow this truck very fast, okay? It will. When I turn this truck, it's going to. What doesn't follow very fast are my tandems. And the farther back my tandems are, the slower they are to follow. So when I come into a spot, especially where I've got a fuel island where I got to come in straight, we'll see if there's one where I can sort of look at. Don't know if there's going to be an open one for me to really demonstrate very well. Probably not. Doesn't look like it. But anyway, what happens is in order to be straight in here, I have to come pretty wide. So you can see I'm going to go right behind this truck right here. To my left, actually, not the 2V one, but to the left. See how wide I'm swinging? But I'm coming back, right? So that I can get my trailer straight. So that when I get into this hole here, my trailer's going to be straight. And for the most part, it's fairly straight. When I get up up ahead, it'll be even more straight. So I'm actually going to change this. All right. So I'll show you when I pull in, but that's sort of the idea. So I swing really, really wide to the right, and what I'm trying to do is to pull the back end of my trailer. One of the things that you have to understand is, you know, where you're going to hit things more often or you're going to get in trouble is with your trailer. You got to know where your trailer's at. So that's why I swing really wide, because like I said, I'm going to pull the front end of that trailer. I'll pull it very fast when I move this tractor, went left or right. It'll move fast. What won't move very fast is going to be the tires on it. So, you know, the tandems on the back. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and pause here. I got a fuel, and we're going to take our 30-minute while we're here, and then we'll get back with you. So now that he moved forward, you can see we swung really wide, and our trailer is straight behind us. So now we can fuel. Now we're fueling. We got tanks on either side. We got a DEF tank, and we also have our reefer tank. We all got to fill top off. So crud. Well, we're going to try this again because this keypad's not working right here, and I don't want to go in and have to deal with doing this inside. So, but I have to. So I'm going to wait here, and we're going to go around. Okay, everybody, we're getting ready to roll. We took our 30-minute break. We got about 388 miles left to go. We're going to run this to Joplin. So we got about, should get there hopefully about 8:30. maybe a little bit earlier than that. We haven't gone that far today, but we'll end up going about 560 miles by the time we're done, so that's not a bad day. We got I did record a video about pulling into the fuel island, but I think I'm going to re-record it before I post it. Like I said, I had some people ask me about it, and I wanted to film that video, and I did. But the problem is that the fuel island was totally full, and because it was full, I couldn't really pull in there like I normally would. I mean, I had to pull partway in, and so because of that, it made it a little bit rougher. So we're gonna see. Hopefully, we can get to Joplin by about 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time. It's gonna be with a little bit of luck. And we're gonna say goodbye to Effingham. We like Effingham over here. One of these days, I gotta buy me one of those shirts that says "Where in the Effingham am I?" But it won't be today. Of course, now the fuel island's clear, where I could have done that. But we'll do it. We got to stop in Anna, Texas for fuel next, and we'll either do it there or I will show you when we get. I don't know if Joplin will work, but when we stop at a stop where we pull through the fuel island. Some places to get to the parking, you got to pull through the fuel island. So anyway, one thing I just want to talk about a little bit, and if you're out there and you got a voice that you can help us with, because truck drivers are starting to do it, they closed like all of the rest areas throughout Pennsylvania, and it looks like they're trying to close. They're going to close them a few other states too. So the problem with that is we're running out of places to park. There's already a big parking shortage across the country as it is for trucks, and you take out the rest areas and you're either going to have people parking in more dangerous places, or like this coming up, right, you're going to see right here on the right, this is a horrible place to park. I don't know why he's there with a truck stop right there, but that's where he's parked. You know, he might have broke down, or he might have forgot something, or had to take care of something, but you're going to see more and more of that, and it's going to be dangerous, more dangerous than it already is, because there are not enough parking spaces in truck stops. There's just not. So if they start to close down those now, I mean, it's just going to be more and more difficult for us to stop and get the rest that we need, that we're required to get. Even with the waivers that are out there or whatever, there still are requirements. So anyway, we'll address that as we go, but with a little bit of, hopefully things will change here. So, and but if you could put out to whoever, whether it's on Facebook or reach out to whoever in your state and just say, hey, don't forget the truck drivers. Don't, while you're closing all of these facilities, restrooms and everything else and all this stuff, don't forget that there's truck drivers out there, that they've got to be out there. If they're not out there, then we're not going to get, we're not going to get our supplies that we desperately need. So, well, there's a look at the cross during the day there. It's beautiful during the day as well. Guy donated more than $1 million to build that cross. So it wasn't built with public funds. It was done through donation. But isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, that's just my soapbox. But if you can't help, if you can put it out there on Facebook, please. I'll post something on Facebook and see if I can get something going. But don't forget that the truck drivers need to be out here, and we need places to park. and we need places to use the bathroom and all that kind of stuff, because we don't always get to choose. I mean, it's you know, where you're running wherever in the country. You know, you're trying to find wherever you can shut down and still try to get your product where it needs to go, because everybody needs it. Everybody needs that product. Everybody needs what we're running. I mean, I'm running bottled water. Lord knows that people need bottled water. They do, you know, and you know, I shut down early yesterday because 2 hours early, because I didn't have confidence, knowing that things were getting shut down, that I could find a place any closer to shut down and where I would be safe, where I would be in a safe haven, not on the side of the road, because we don't park on the side of the road if you drive for Stevens. But anyway, so, you know, put it out there, please. It's something that's important, and we'll do our best as it is. I mean, I just grab something to eat there, and the options are getting more and more limited on what you can get. I mean, there's no sit down, there's no none of the hot dog stuff like a lot of drug drivers they do. They eat all that, the hot dogs on the little rollers and stuff. None of that's there, and it's even getting coffee's getting more difficult. So, all right, there's my soapbox. We're going over the Little Wabash River. See if there's water. There is water in the Little Wabash River. That's amazing to me. Not a lot, but it's water. Anyway, I think our next stop probably that we're going to go through is we're going to go through St. Louis. So we're definitely, and if the weather holds up like this, because it's starting to look like a really nice day, we're going to get a good view of the arch. So we'll see you then. Hey everybody, we're heading into St. Louis. We got a few miles still to go, about 4 miles give or take. But what I did see just a second ago, as we come over this hill, you're going to see the arch, and we're also going to see some water. We're going to see a nice little thing here coming up. It'll be a different view, because the last few times I've filmed, it's been going eastbound through St. Louis. Now we're heading westbound. We're going to pick up 44 south here in about 4 miles. But structure in Missouri. It's the tallest structure, of course, in St. Louis. It's 630 feet tall, 630 feet from base to base. I believe, if I read correctly, the bases, the bases, they start each side. They're equilateral triangles, the bases. And and I believe they're like almost 75 feet per side. I believe that's what they said. And then it goes all the way to the top. Then the sides become 17 feet per side, where it meets at the top. So we're sticking right here. We'll pick up 44 south here in a minute. 55 south and then 44 south. And that way. We'll just slow down here. We'll take a little bit slower. come west. I've only come west through here at night. Actually, it was coming from the north. So we're also, besides the arch here, coming up over here, you're going to see it in a second to your right. You'll get a good view of it. We are going to cross a major river here in a minute. As you go, you'll be able to see, hopefully to your right, you'll be able to see the arch. I don't know actually if you will be able to or not. Maybe not. We'll turn this a little bit just so you can see it. By the way, was crossing the Mississippi River as well. So, and you got Busch Stadium right there in front of you. It's the home of the St. Louis Cardinals. Welcome to Missouri, by the way. As we crossed the river, we crossed into Missouri. But that was St. Louis, and that was, hopefully you got a good view of the arch there. And we're going to head 44 west down towards Joplin. And so you guys stand by here, and we will catch up with you in a few. Passing this, it's that fudge factory and oddity kind of stuff here. It's called Uranus. That's what it's called. Yep. It's the Uranus Fudge and Sideshow Museum. That's what it is. It's the Sideshow Museum. I'm gonna have to stop there one of these days just to check it out. But hey everybody, this is Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog. It is the end of the day, and I am in Joplin, Missouri. I'm at Joplin 44, which is part of the Iowa 80 chain. I know it's this one. It's Iowa 80, which is the world's largest truck stop, and I've done videos about that. And then you've got this one that is pretty big inside too. And then you've got, I know you got Penn 80, and we were by there, but I didn't go in there. I don't know if there's any other ones. I think there is another one, at least one more, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we shut down here for the night. It was a good day. We ran about 560 miles. Drove not quite 10 hours, so that was pretty decent. We got about 350 miles left, including a fuel stop in Anna, Texas tomorrow. So there's supposed to be some rain coming in tonight in that part of Texas, so we'll see. Hopefully we'll avoid that, and it'll be a nice day running in. Other than that, it was just like a good day. It was a really good day. We'll put together some videos, get some posted. I have some that have already been processed. I just need to post them, and I'll start on that, and then hopefully get yesterday's edited, because I'm happy about that, and then today's as well, because we did get a chance to see a couple of interesting things today. So you guys, I hope you guys are staying safe. Over here, the good part is that they're not closed. They don't have everything open and available. I mean, they put away all the chairs for the common seating area and like the food court, but all the food court restaurants are open. They don't have the buffet in the restaurant, but they do have whatever the sit down is, and that was pretty good. Um, and then just so it's nice to at least be able to come and find some accommodations. Supposedly, I hear, but I'm not sure, that the state of Pennsylvania is changing their mind about closing those rest stops, at least to commercial drivers. We'll have to see. I don't know whether we'll be running back up there anytime in the next few weeks, but just in case, hopefully those are changed. And I think that's about it. So you guys have a great one. This is Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog. I am in Joplin, Missouri, and I'm driving for Stevens Transport. I'm psyched. You guys have a good one. I will talk to you tomorrow.